and welcome to this week's episode of Let's Talk About Fantastic Beasts. I think this is episode 18 now, actually, which is pretty amazing. As always, I will be using my copy of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and I just want to let you know that I will be pre-recording next Sunday's episode now, because next Sunday I will be in London. This week's episode is on Centaurs, so I'm hoping it doesn't get too lengthy because there's a lot about centaurs. But yeah, let's just go straight in with the book. Centaur. Ministry of Magic classification 4X's, but then it says the centaur is given a 4X classification not because it is unduly aggressive, but because it should be treated with great respect. The same applies to merpeople and unicorns, and 4X's usually means dangerous, requires specialist knowledge, skilled wizard may handle, but obviously it's because they should be treated with great respect according to the book. The centaur has a human head, torso and arms joined to a horse's body, which may be any of several colours. Being intelligent and capable of speech, it should not strictly speaking be termed a beast, but by its own request it has been classified as such by the Ministry of Magic. The centaur is forest-dwelling. Centaurs are believed to have originated in Greece, though there are now centaur communities in many parts of Europe. Wizarding authorities in each of the countries where centaurs are found have allocated areas where the centaurs will not be troubled by muggles. However, centaurs stand in little need of wizard protection, having their own means of hiding from humans. The ways of the centaur are shrouded in mystery. They are, generally speaking, as mistrustful of wizards as they are of muggles, and indeed seem to make little differentiation between us. They live in herds ranging in size from 10 to 50 members. They are reputed to be well versed in magical healing, divination, archery, and astronomy. So that's what the book says. And then this is a little bit more about why they chose to be known as beasts. It says, despite possessing human intelligence, centaurs are classified as beasts by the Ministry of Magic at their own request, as they were unhappy at having to share being status with hags and vampires. So here are the known centaurs in Harry Potter. You have Bane, Firenze, Megorian, Ronan, Faris Spavin's centaur assailant, and Magnus. In the books, centaurs are described as they are in traditional Greek myths, with the back end of a horse but an ordinary human face and torso in their upper parts. In the films, however, their human faces are more equine-like, like an exact cross between horse and human. They are covered in hair, the same as their horse halves, with long protruded faces and long pointy ears. Despite the fact that the wizard's ordinary magic and basic aptitude test establishes them to exist, female centaurs have yet to be physically seen in any Harry Potter media. In Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Newt Scamander describes that centaurs refuse to wear any clothing. In the films, Megorian wears a piece of jewellery shown in detail in the book Harry Potter, The Creature Vault, which I do have. Now we talk about, will we see a centaur in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? I personally think we will. I'm not sure a centaur has been announced, I don't think it has, but I think we will see a centaur. We have 5, I love saying that, we have 5 films to fill out now, and I think a centaur would fit nicely in with some of the other creatures and beasts and magical beings that they've already announced that they're using. I think a centaur would work really nice. Yes, we have already seen a centaur in Harry Potter, but I think it would be nice to see the centaur get a little bit more of a central role in the Potter universe. Obviously, it would be a chance for Fantastic Beasts to give the centaurs maybe a new character design. Not that there was anything wrong with the Harry Potter character design, but like lots of people are saying, oh, if it was in Harry Potter, it won't be in Fantastic Beasts. That's not true. The likelihood of them using new beasts that we haven't seen, of course, is higher, but just because we've seen something in Harry Potter doesn't mean we won't see it in Fantastic Beasts, and the main example for that is goblins. We have seen, or are going to see, goblins in both. So I definitely think a centaur would be good. I think Newt Scamander as a character would be very interested in centaurs, and I could see him having conversations with centaurs because I feel like Newt would be someone that they respect, and I could see him having like really big conversations with centaurs and that sort of thing. So I definitely think they will be in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Okay, so then normally we would talk a little bit about the history of a centaur and the mythology and everything. Now there is a lot, mainly Greek mythology. I don't want to go too in detail with the history because, like I say, there is a lot. So I don't want to talk about the history for too long. The centaurs were usually said to have been born of Ixion and Nephil. the cloud made in the image of Hera. Another version, however, makes them children of a certain Centaurus who mated with the Magnesian mares. This Centaurus was either himself the son of Ixion and Nephiel, or of Apollo and Stilbe, daughter of the river god Peneus. In the later versions of the story, his twin brother was Lapithes, ancestor of the Lapiths, thus making the two warring people cousins. Centaurs were said to have inhabited the region of Magnesia and Mount Pelion in Thessaly, the Phoiloi oak forest in Elis, and the Melian Peninsula in southern Laconia. And then there's so much, like, another tribe of centaurs was said to have lived on Cyprus, and then it's stuff about Zeus, and a lot of Greek mythology, a lot of Roman mythology. C.S. Lewis, The Chronicles of Narnia, J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, there are centaurs. There's so much. There's just so much, so I don't want to go too in detail. I think you would all know what a centaur looks like, whether in Harry Potter or not. Centaurs have been used, like I say, in a lot of films, a lot of TV shows, a lot of books and video games, that kind of thing, so I'm sure you have all seen what a centaur looks like. So let's just leave it there with the history, because this could go, on and on and on. Finally, we talk about, is there any merchandise for centaurs in terms of Harry Potter? And this is a tough one, because I'm trying to think about this. Normally I have the answer straight away, but I think there's a fair bit of merchandise. I can't remember ever seeing a centaur plush, but I'm pretty sure there must be one, maybe? I can't think. I know centaurs are featured in some of the books, like it said The Creature Vault, which I have right next to me, but I don't want to pull it out of the shelf. There's a little section on centaurs. I'm sure there's clothing with centaurs on it. I'm sure there is a centaur Lego, perhaps. I know there's definitely a centaur action figure, but I can't really think. I'm guessing there's a fair bit of centaur merchandise, to be fair. That's it for centaurs. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this was informative. I try to make these as informative as I can, but obviously I try to keep them fairly short, so I can't go too much into detail. But thank you very much for watching. Next week's episode will be on cockatrice, which we briefly spoke about in the basilisk episode. I will be filming that right now, so obviously I'm going to look the same next week, because I will be in London. And then after next week's cockatrice, it's werewolves after that, and that's it. So we've only got 2 episodes left. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next week with another Let's Talk About Fantastic Beasts, which I'm filming right now, which will be cockatrice. So thank you, and bye-bye.